Global Abundance LLC, back with another video. Welcome if you're new to the channel. If you are already part of the family, hey, thanks for stopping in. Uh, on this channel, we talk all things real estate, residential and commercial, a little bit of financial literacy and personal development, mindset content mixed in, because having the right mindset when you are involved in real estate investing is key. So with that said, we also have a free VIP group, and it is a group of real estate investors and like-minded individuals like yourself that share what's working, what's not working, answer questions, and dive deep into different aspects of real estate. So I'll leave the link below in the description for you to join and get access to that. If you want to be a part of the family, we'd love to have you. Today's video is about old designs that don't sell, right? Some of us, still have some of that old wallpaper or, that shag carpeting, and, we maybe have our house on MLS and wondering why, people are coming and going and it's not really catching fire and getting sold. Well, it could be some of the old designs that your house has. So I want to talk about that here and just kind of make you aware of that in case you are looking to sell your home and you have some of these things inside of the home. Maybe you want to just get that renovated, or possibly, take that into account with your asking price when you are selling your home. So when it comes to, selling your house, there's always factors to consider, right? So one of the most, significant factors is, outdated design elements. And, like I said, this can be anything from old wallpaper to shag carpeting, and it can have a huge impact on the appeal of your house to potential buyers. Even small things like, the color of paint can make, a home feel, like something that you want to run away from, not run into. You want to feel at home. You don't want to feel more comfortable outside than you do at your home, right? So outdated elements can pretty much make a property feel old and, in need of repair. So that's something that we're going to be pretty much talking about here. The good news is that, if you're struggling to sell your house due to, these kind of outdated design elements, that's what this video is for, to kind of give you some guidance and help you out. There are, buyers like us and, other cash buyers out there that, will buy outright regardless of, the condition, the location, or appearance of the property. Generally buy as is. So that's also something to keep in mind. Basically, it means that you don't have to worry about updating any of this stuff. But if you are looking to list it and get a traditional buyer in place who may be getting a conventional loan, these are probably some of the things that you're going to want to keep in mind. So, you don't turn the buyers off and people actually fall in love with the home so you could sell it and keep it moving, right? So the first thing is, again, old wallpaper. Okay. We all had that, room at grandma's house, or maybe in the house that you came up in, and mom or grandma put up, or auntie put up that, uh, disgusting wallpaper. You know what I mean? Maybe it looked good to them at the time, but at this time, if your house has old wallpaper, it can be a huge turnoff for potential buyers right now. It can be difficult to remove, and it can also be expensive to replace. So, it's often a statement with certain patterns speaking to certain tastes, right? Think of wallpaper. There's, patterns and certain colors and things that come with it. And generally it's to that person's who put it up, it's liking, So, you know, people buying your home um, aren't gonna necessarily want that. Now if you're selling to someone as is, like a cash buyer, obviously you don't need to worry about that. They'll, replace the wallpaper, paint dated walls, and do all of that for you. But something just to keep in mind if that's your situation and you're getting ready to sell. Another thing, like I talked about, shag carpeting. That could be dingy and outdated. Shag carpeting was popular in the 70s, y'all. Okay. But it's not so popular now in 2024. If your house has shag carpeting, it can make it pretty difficult to sell. Shag carpeting can collect dirt, especially after years and years and years of use. So bear that in mind as well. You know what I mean? It was fly back then, right? But now it's not the way to go. So the next thing is popcorn ceilings. You know what I mean? I remember my grandmother's place, and she did have popcorn ceiling. Some of you uh, may still have that in your home now. They were popular back in the 80s, but again, not so popular now, right? They can be difficult to remove, and it can also be a huge turnoff to potential buyers. Scraping the entire ceiling isn't, a task that most people want to want to take on. All right. Uh, Again, if you are going the route of selling to a cash buyer, um, they'll obviously buy as is and take care of that themselves. But imagine a traditional buyer walking in and trying to imagine themselves and their family living in that home, and they look up and see and see that ceiling. That might have them running out the door. So if that is what you have going on right now, bear that in mind, that could be a huge problem based on who you're looking to buy your property, right? Again, cash buyer, buying as is, they're likely gonna, knock down that ceiling and remove all of that anyway, because that's not what's happening right now in 2024. So, just bear that in mind. Wood paneling, can make a room feel cramped and dark. Wood paneling was also popular in the 70s, but it's not popular now. Okay, with buyers, um, like I said, it can make a room feel dark and dated. Uh, you know, it's just we're more used now to wood flooring, obviously, but the wood paneling on the walls is just not the way to go right now. Now, bear in mind, there's certain design elements that take into account certain, uh, you know, grades of wood and things that, aesthetically do allow the house to look good. But what I'm talking about is that old school, you know, wood paneling, type of wood paneling that was in your old school back in the day, just not attractive, right? So if that's the type of wood paneling you have, you may want to, look at selling to a cash buyer who will buy as is, as opposed to putting it on the market and being highly disappointed when people, pass that up, right? Um, Another thing is brass fixtures. They're also no longer in style, right? Brass fixtures were, popular in the 80s. Not so much right now. Once again, it can make a room feel outdated, dingy, and old. So just keep some of these things in mind. If you know some of these things are what your house currently has that you're looking to sell, or maybe you have other outdated items in your house that just are nostalgic, or they just have that old, just give your house that old feel. um, there are specific people that are looking for that type of old feel, but if you are generally placing your property on the MLS, looking for as many potential buyers as possible to get in and get that property sold quickly, for the most part, most people are not going to want all that old dated stuff in the home that they're moving into. It's different if it's a fix and flipper. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to remove all that and going to get this kitchen updated. We're going to remove the popcorn off the ceiling. We're going to get this wallpaper out. That's different, right? But somebody that's coming in to live doesn't necessarily want to feel like they're going back in time. So just keep that in mind. So I hope this information was helpful to you. If you're getting ready to sell and you have a lot of old design elements in your house, if you have any questions, you feel free to call us. You can also leave comments down below, and we'll answer any questions as well. I want to have a dialogue. So if you do have some of these things in here that I talked about, or other old design elements and certain things in your house, and you experienced trouble selling your house, go ahead and leave a comment down below with your experience, or um, any question that you have, and I'll be sure to get back to you. So with that said, have a good one. If you found value, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Remember, we have a free VIP community that you're more than welcome to join. That link is below in the description as well. And until the next time, the next video, I'll see you later.